Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another apartment renovation. So today we're actually going to be renovating one of the bigger apartments in San Myshuno. This is I believe it's like the 9 Landgraab apartments. It's Roman numerals, so I think it's a 9. But yeah, it's like 9 Landgraab apartments, and this is actually where the FENG family lives. So this is their original apartment. I have, of course, gone in and completely changed up the entire thing, from the layout to the amount of bedrooms to basically everything about it, because yeah, it's for my save file. And if you guys have ever downloaded my save file to date, you will know that the FENGs actually have an apartment in my save. They have obviously this apartment, and I have already done it. I've already renovated it, all of that stuff. But I decided that I wanted to redo it because the original apartment that I did for them, I did way back in 2018. And like I've mentioned in a couple of the other like recent apartment builds that I've done for my save, I'm kind of like, I'm going back basically and redoing a couple of the apartments that I already have done, just because I either did them, like I said, way like 5-6 years ago, before we had a lot of the packs that we have now, before we had a lot of the updates that we have now, or just because I don't really like them anymore and I want to change them, or because I decided that I want to move completely different sims into those apartments. I have like moved around a couple of the sims in San Myshuno and like either move them out or move them to a different spot, or something like that, because I needed or wanted their apartment for another family. But yeah, so in the FENG's case though, I knew I needed to give them a different apartment. I knew I needed to give them a new apartment because the original one was questionable. Let's just say that. It is still up on the gallery. I won't take it down from the gallery or anything like that, because obviously I used a lot less packs in that one, because we had a lot less packs than we do now. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like they just needed a different apartment. Their original one, I tried working around the original layout that they had, and all of that stuff. I wasn't as comfortable with kind of like figuring out layouts and stuff like that as I am now. So yeah, for this one I did change up the entire layout like completely. The apartment is now a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment. So there's 2 huge bedrooms upstairs. Actually, there's technically 3, but one of them is a joint office for Lily and Victor. But yeah, so upstairs there's technically 3 bedrooms, but I'm going to say 2 bedrooms. And they both have en-suites. Then we have obviously the office space that could be a 4th bedroom if you wanted to. And then downstairs we actually have a smaller bedroom that it's still big enough to fit a double bed, a TV, a couch, all of that stuff. So it's still a nice sized bedroom. It's just smaller compared to the other rooms in the apartment. But that one I actually furnished for a butler. I can't remember if I kept the footage of that in. It's literally like the last thing that I did. But yeah, I did give them a butler in my save file, so obviously they needed a bedroom. And then there's another absolutely huge bathroom right by the front door, which is obviously the one that the butler would use, that guests would use. That's also where I have the laundry. So yeah, it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, both of the bedrooms upstairs. So Lily and Victor's bedroom, as well as their toddler's bedroom, because in my save they do have a toddler. I actually gave their toddler a ensuite as well, so very fancy toddler. But yeah, so those are the bedrooms upstairs. And then downstairs we're currently working on the kitchen. I try to keep the apartment layout a little bit more open, but still kind of sectioned off. Otherwise there wouldn't have been a lot of wall space, because the apartment outside, or like the exterior walls, they're basically all glass. So personally I absolutely despise having to put counters like on a window, like on a wall where there's like a full wall height window. It physically pains me to have to do that. So for this one I did try and put in some interior walls, just so that I could have a kitchen with like a large kitchen. Basically, they have an absolutely gigantic kitchen. They have like double ovens, double fridges. The new Home Chef Hustle pack came in really handy for this one. I absolutely love the way this kitchen turned out. Now, originally off of the kitchen, I did have a half bathroom. This used to be a 3.5 bathroom, but I decided that I wanted to turn that into kind of like a butler's pantry type space. So whereas the rest of the kitchen is, I did put obviously clutter on the shelves, but I tried to keep the clutter on the counters to a minimum. And then I tried not to put any like unsightly appliances in the main kitchen space. So the only appliances in here are the sink, obviously, but the sink, and then I do have those fancy coffee machines off to the side, and that is the only appliances in the main kitchen. All of the other appliances are all kind of like hidden away in that little butler's pantry. So we have a mixer in there, we have a tea brewer, we have an ice cream maker, microwave, pizza oven. I have another sink in there as well, and then they have 2 dishwashers. So basically that's kind of like all of the stuff that you might not necessarily want guests to see. And it's also where the butler can like prep food and all of that stuff without like being in the main kitchen, because it is rather open plan. So if they were to have, wow, sorry, I don't know what my voice just did, but if they were to have like guests over for a dinner party or whatever, then you know the guest could be in like by the bar or by the dining table or whatever without having to see someone actually prepping food in the kitchen. Or at least that is how it would work in real life. In The Sims, obviously it probably won't function as like streamlined, but that was at least the idea that I had. So yeah, they have an absolutely gigantic kitchen. They have a bar set up as well. They have a huge dining table. They have a grand piano, which I feel like with this family, the grand piano is more for show rather than like one of them actually being into playing the piano, if that makes sense. Like it's one of those things that they have because it's fancy and it makes them look all like, I don't know, like sophisticated and cultured. You know, they play the piano, or they like have someone, like they have an entertainer come when they have dinner parties to play the piano for their guests, but neither of them are very musically inclined, like at all. So yeah, that's just why they have like a huge grand piano. They have an absolutely gigantic living room as well. There's actually a couple of seating spaces downstairs. So we have the main living room where obviously I have those big sectional couches. They have a fireplace, TV, all of that stuff. Then there's also this weird little open space that I ended up having kind of almost off to the side of the living room and the dining room. You guys will see it once we actually get to it. I'm currently just figuring out the curtains in the main bedroom because, yeah, the upstairs is the tallest wall height, whereas the downstairs is only, I believe, the medium wall height. So it was kind of fiddly for me to get the curtains fitting the way I wanted them to. But yeah, so we actually have like another little seating space in the main living room space as well. Kind of because the room is so big, I really struggled with like sectioning it off correctly without making it feel like, you know, it's just this one big open space and there's no like defined areas for like the different parts of the room. Like, you know, that's more of like the dining space, this is more of like the living space. I didn't want to make it feel like just one big open room, because stuff like that really bugs me when a build is just open and there's no kind of like separation, if that makes sense, whether that's from actual walls that you have separating the spaces or whether it's just from, you know, how you place the rugs to kind of like show like this is one space, that's another. It bugs me if I don't have stuff like that. So yeah, we have another little like basically just seating space. Like there's no real purpose to it. Your Sims can't really do anything there. They can just sit down. But yeah, we do have that. And then obviously we have the butler's bedroom, which is this bedroom that's off of the living room space. So the door that's next to the fireplace, that's actually where you have the butler's bedroom at the back. We also have obviously the entryway, all of that stuff. I do a couple of tricks underneath the staircase with some like debug stuff, like those debug planters from the base game and some plants and stuff to make it look kind of like a feature of the apartment. And I have a little like fountain thing underneath there as well, because I knocked out the walls underneath the staircase to make it like a little bit opener, like more open. So yeah, that's basically the entire apartment, you guys. You'll see me struggle with the rugs in this space forever. I even cut out maybe like, I don't know, probably like 30 to 40 seconds of sped up footage of me just changing up the rugs over and over and over again. It took me ages to figure out kind of like what rug I wanted to use, just because A, the space is so big, B, I wanted to have, like I said, defined spaces for the dining room, for where the piano is, for the living room. And then I had that weird like open space where I end up putting the other seating area that also needed a rug. And it just took me forever. It took me way longer than it probably should have. And I don't know, it just, like I said, it bugs me if I have a lot of open floor space. And because in this apartment I tried to not clutter it up as much, I tried keeping it a little bit more minimal. Doing a style like this is really difficult for me because, like I said, I struggle with open space. I struggle with feeling like it looks okay if it's just an open space, even though in an apartment like this there would be open space. It's a very realistic thing to have. You wouldn't have an apartment in the style this fancy and then have every nook and cranny filled with, you know, clutter and plants and like stuff like that. You just wouldn't. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like I always struggle with that, and I really hope you guys like how this turned out. I really like it. Like, I'm actually really proud of how this apartment turned out, and you know, that I actually managed to do it this way. And you will also notice that the color scheme is incredibly monochrome. Like, I have a couple of accent walls. Like, I have I don't know, like muted blue and green accent wall here and there. That's just, you know, a little bit of color, and then obviously some plants and flowers and stuff like that. But the majority of this place, from the walls to the ceiling eventually, that I think I did off camera, to the flooring, everything is black and white, like black wood, black marble. You know, it's very monochrome, but that is honestly just the vibe that Lily and Victor give off to me. Like, I feel like that would fit their personality. Even their bedroom is black and white. Their bathroom, like all of the bathrooms. I only showed me doing the main bathroom, but I did all of the bathrooms very similarly. And obviously I will show it to you guys a little bit more in detail in the tour at the end. But even the toddler's bedroom, I actually posted a picture of the toddler's room on Twitter, and I think on Blue Sky as well. But I mentioned like it's a sad monochrome toddler's room. And it is. Like, I was being sarcastic when I said that, but it really is. Like, there's a couple of pops of like this orangey red color that, I don't know, just there's I think one accent wall and then some accents in like the toddler's, like the bed, like the bedding and the changing table. But otherwise it is all black and white and gray, and it's such a sad monochrome toddler's room that honestly I feel bad for their toddler. But I feel like it just, Lily wouldn't have thought about, you know, oh, bright colors for a child, or, you know, calming colors or anything like that. She would have just thought like, you know, this needs to match the rest of the apartment. Like, she would have gotten in the same designer that did the rest of the apartment to do the toddler's room, to do their, like, you know, when they had their baby, she would have gotten in the same designer to do the nursery and their bedroom and all of that stuff. And she wouldn't care about having it look like a child's room. She would just want it to fit the bedroom, like to fit the rest of the house. Because obviously Lily in the game, she does hate children. I believe that's one of her traits. And it's one of the traits that EA gave her. I didn't give her that. I didn't change up any of their traits for my save. I just went with what they had. And I believe she does hate children. So the only, yeah, she does hate children. So she doesn't really have a great relationship with their son. They do have a son, by the way. He's called Charles. I think he's called Charles, if I'm correct. But anyway, so yeah, she doesn't really have a great relationship with him. I believe I set them up to have like the difficult family dynamic because obviously she doesn't like kids. And I think the only reason she had children is so that the FENG name could continue on. And that is kind of just like, you know, an agreement maybe that she and Victor had, like, yes, I'll give you one child and hopefully it's a boy to carry on like our family name, and that is it. Like she doesn't really care about raising their child. So that is also why they have a butler, because the butler is basically the one that's like raising their child. Like that's kind of just how it happens to work out, because you know, Lily doesn't want kids. She doesn't like kids. And then Victor, who might be a little bit more interested, like he does, you know, have an okay relationship. I believe I set them up to have like the distant family dynamic. And in my head, that's not because Victor doesn't want to be a dad. It's because he's just too busy with work. If you guys didn't know, in the game, usually Victor is in the politics career, and I did keep him in the politics career. I might have changed up the level of the career that he was on. I think I might have promoted him a little bit. But Lily is, I believe, either in the business career or she's in like the salary person career that came with Snowy Escape. I can't exactly remember which ones she's in. But she's also super high up in her career and, like I said, way more focused on that. And then obviously Victor is a politician, so he is super busy. He doesn't spend a lot of time at home unless he's like, you know, maybe entertaining. Like I said, dinner parties and, you know, parties with the rest of, you know, his political party or whatever. How many times can I say parties in one sentence? But yeah, so that's kind of like the vibe that I wanted to give off, like poor Charles is being raised by the butler and probably a whole host of different nannies. So yeah, that's just the family dynamic that I have for them. Even though like Lily and Victor get along really well in my save, I believe I have them have the close family dynamic. Like they're very similar, so they do get along really well, and they kind of like understand each other very well. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about the family. Now we have moved on to the main bedroom. I did want to separate it off a little bit without having more walls in this room. So I have these not walk-in wardrobes, but these open wardrobes from Get Famous that I kind of placed in the middle of the room to act as a little bit of a divider or like a fake wall. And then I put the bed up on a platform where I put some tatami mats on it, and then the bed, the way that it actually worked is because it is only a one height tall platform. The bed actually kind of like glitched into the platform because the platform is only, I believe, like 3 tiles wide and like 4 tiles long or something like that. So the bed kind of like glitched into the platform, and instead of trying to make that not happen, I actually decided to go with it and to make it look like the bed is a lot closer to the ground than it otherwise would be, kind of to make it look like a traditional Japanese, like, you know, a lot of the Japanese beds and stuff that you would see if you look at reference pictures, they're very close to the ground. So I kind of wanted to make it look like that, and I did play test it, and it actually works perfectly fine. I think because I didn't place the bed like that myself, it kind of like glitched a little bit into the platform, and because Sims can get up and down from 1 tile high platforms without staircases or anything like that, I think because it happened that way, the game doesn't register that the bed is technically in the floor, if that makes sense. So it just works perfectly fine. There's a little bit of visual glitching when Sims get in and out, like they'll kind of like merge into the platform a little bit. Their feet will kind of like sink into the platform when they get in and out of bed. But other than that, it works perfectly fine. There's no rooting issues or anything like that. So yeah, I really like the way that turned out. I was actually surprised that that would work. And because the platform isn't actually touching any exterior walls, it still registers as just one room. So even though if you click on it, it looks like it's two separate rooms because platforms register as separate rooms, the game, when I uploaded it to the gallery, it registered it all as one room. So you won't have any issues with like the platform not being there, or like, you know, having to fill it in yourself or put it back or anything like that. It's perfectly fine. So speaking of the gallery, this build is up on the gallery. It's just, it's a little bit of a pain to download, I'm not gonna lie. Not platforms, but like apartments with the way they work currently, especially like the San Myshuno ones, and especially the multi-story ones, they're very complicated to upload. So technically I have this uploaded as 3 separate rooms. I have the first floor, like the bottom floor, all as one big room. I have that uploaded. Then the upstairs I actually have uploaded as 2 separate rooms. So we have all of the bedrooms, the hallway, the bathrooms, the study, all as one room. That's all one big room. But then I also have the kind of like balconies, not balcony space, but like basically, yeah, kind of like the mezzanine balcony space over the top of the staircase. I have that uploaded as another room because the game considers that to be a separate room. So yeah, you'll have to download all 3 and place them, and then you will still have to put the staircase back because the game always, it doesn't upload staircases to like the gallery as part of a room. It just doesn't do that for some stupid reason. So you will have to mess around with the staircase to get it to fit the way I have it. I will show you guys exactly which staircase I used in the tour in just a second. But yeah, it's a really big pain, and I really wish they would update that to have us actually be able to upload apartments as a whole apartment and not as separate bloody rooms. But anyway, speaking of apartments though, we're getting closer to the release of the For Rent, I almost said stuff pack, expansion pack. And I'm really excited for that. I wonder if that pack will have any impact on like how apartments currently work, like how city living apartments and even the apartments in Evergreen Harbor, how they work. I wonder if that pack will have any impact on that, or like I don't know, I wonder what the cross-pack gameplay would be. I really want to figure that out at some point when I can. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for anything like you would like to see me do with a new pack, then definitely feel free to let me know. I also put out a like community tab post about this where I linked you guys to the Discord. My Discord is always in the description as well. But in the Discord, I actually have a whole separate thread set up for rent inspiration, suggestions, ideas. You can, you know, post pictures in there if you have any particular pictures that you come across that you might think I would like to see. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. You can also obviously just comment on this video if you have any suggestions. I probably won't be doing an LP. I'm just putting that out there. I probably won't be doing a Let's Play. I don't really do Let's Plays on the channel anymore just because I lose interest in them way too fast and I never finish them. But I'm playing around with the idea of doing some gameplay on stream and kind of like combining it with the rags to riches that we started with when Home Chef Hustle came out. So yeah, let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see. I cannot speak. Jeez. But yeah, I'll obviously be doing a lot of building. I'll do a world overview, I'll do a build buy overview, and then a ton of builds. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know if you want to see particular builds or particular styles or anything like that. But yeah, with all of that said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you know, give the video a like, do all of that fun YouTube things. We're actually going to go ahead into the game in just a second, and I'm going to give you guys a live tour of the apartment, show you a little bit more of what I did, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we have our completed apartment. Now, this is our little entryway space, and this is probably one of the weirdest entryways and apartment shapes in the game. I will never understand why EA decided to do this whole thing. Like, it made figuring out the layout so freaking difficult. But yeah, so coming in, we just have a little mirror. We have obviously a coat closet. We have a little bookcase with some, you know, fancier decorations on it. Nothing like a real bookcase like. But yeah, to the right of the entryway, we have our kind of like, I guess, I don't want to say main bathroom, but this is the bathroom that the, you know, butler would use, that guests would use, all of that stuff. So we have a toilet over there in the corner. Nice big vanity space, shower, bathtub right in front of the windows, because why not? Fancy people. Then we also have a little laundry area. I tried, like I said, to keep the clutter more to a minimum. So yeah, we have a little laundry space. And that's basically it for the downstairs bathroom. Now, back in this landing area, underneath it, like I said, I did this little thing with that like debug planter. I put some actual like roof decorations around it to hide the edge of it, some plants, a little fountain, just to make it look a little bit more interesting underneath the stairs. And then obviously I also layered a lot of mirrors up the like entire, I guess, entryway, staircase, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, over here we have that little seating space that I mentioned. That's just, you know, fancy little seating area. Maybe sit there, check out the view, because the view from here is gorgeous. But yeah, we also have our big living room space with our TV, like entertainment console, console, whatever, entertainment area. We have our fancy piano nook. That, again, like I said, more of a statement piece rather than something that actually gets used in this family. We have our fancy dining space, and like I said, I tried keeping the clutter to a minimum. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know how you think I did. But then through here we have a little bar area for when they host like parties and stuff. We also have our absolutely gigantic kitchen. I have built entire apartments and homes the size of this kitchen. But yeah, we have a double fridge. Obviously we have a little bit of clutter up there on the shelves, but yeah, we have a double fridge. We have a lot of open counter space, a big island space as well that I did put a little waffle maker on. And yeah, we have some seating. We have obviously a sink, double oven. We have a fancy coffee espresso area over there. And then we also have our little like butler's pantry type space, where I have a lot more like storage space. I have obviously the pizza oven, dishwashers, microwave, ice cream maker, tea brewer, mixer, you know, all of that stuff that you might not necessarily want guests to see. And I tried doing this with these dividers from, I believe, the Myshuno stuff pack, I believe, where it kind of looks like it's actually supposed to be like a door, like sliding door that you could drag closed. So yeah, we have that. And then, oh yeah, we also have the butler's bedroom right behind the living room. We have quite a nice sized bedroom for the butler, if I do say so myself. They have a nice big double bed, they have a little chair, they have their own bookcase, dresser, they even have their own TV in their bedroom. So yeah, that's the butler's bedroom. And now going upstairs, we have a landing area, obviously. Some more bookcases, a little chest table, nothing too fancy. We have a couple of pieces of artwork. I don't know why that wall isn't painted, probably because when I uploaded it to the gallery, I had to delete some walls, just ignore that. Yeah, we also have a little family portrait over there. Now, the first door, like right across from the entryway, is actually the office space. So this is the shared office space for Lily and Victor. I figured this side would be Lily's and then this side would be Victor's, but obviously that's totally up to you. So yeah, we have obviously there are two desks, we have a little couch in here, we have a bookcase, again with more clutter, more decorative things. We also have a little podium for Victor to, I don't know, practice his speeches on or whatever. And yeah, still like fairly minimal. I tried, like I said, not to overdo it. Very monochrome as well, like the whole apartment is basically. But going through this side, we actually have the main bedroom. So obviously Lily and Victor's bedroom. So we have a little clothes rack. We have, right as you come in, you kind of have this almost like, I don't know, like galley style walk-in closet type thing. So yeah, they have some open wardrobes over here that act as a little bit of a fake wall to separate the bed off from the door. So over here we have obviously our little platform, and then we have our sunken in bed. Now I'm gonna try and play test it with Lily really quickly and just show you guys that it does work. Like, your Sims can get up here, they can get into the bed and use the bed. So if she will ever, like, let me just speed it up. Yeah, here she comes. So yeah, they'll walk up, and then when they get in, they glitch a little bit into the floor, but it works. And then when they get up, they glitch into the floor a little bit until they walk away, but then it's totally fine. So yeah, it works perfectly fine. And then we also have our little vanity area over there, another little seating space. We have obviously a actual walk-in wardrobe from Get Together. We also have our huge main bathroom. So they have a separate toilet in their bathroom, a talking toilet, mind you. They also have a double shower that I built with some showers from, I believe, Snowy Escape. And again, these dividers from the Myshuno stuff pack come in so handy for stuff like that. But yeah, they have a fancy little shower space. They have a double vanity space. They also have a corner tub over here in the corner with this gorgeous view. Let's just hope nobody can look in on them. But yeah, that's why I put the blinds over there and in the bathroom downstairs as well, so they can close the blinds if they want to. But yeah, so that's the main bathroom, or like the main bedroom bathroom. Now going over this way, we actually have the toddler's bedroom. We have little Charles's bedroom, and I did size up some of these like twinkly light curtain things from, I believe, high school years. If they obstruct your view at all, I don't really mind. They're more bothersome from like this side, but personally I play usually from this angle, so like I can see what's going on. They don't block my view, and if you zoom in, they also like fade out. So yeah, but if they bother you, just delete them. But yeah, so we have little Charles's bedroom. He has a couple of touches of this orange color, like I said, but most of it is white and black and monochrome. There's a little bit of orange on that wall that's kind of hidden behind the curtains, and then in his bedspread and the changing table. And you know, that decal has a little bit of color in it as well. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. So yeah, that's a little toddler's room. It's a very big bedroom for a toddler, if I'm being honest. He has his own bouquets, a rocking chair, changing table, lots of toys, walk-in wardrobe, and he even has his own ensuite, which he doesn't really need right now, but he will when he gets older. So yeah, there's a little shower tub combo in here, obviously toddler potty, another talking toilet, and then a big vanity space. So yeah, that is basically this entire apartment, you guys. But I'm gonna go into Build By and show you really quickly the staircase that I used, because when you download this from the gallery, let me just show you. If you download this from the gallery, rooms, mine, here we go. So this is the first floor of the FENG apartment. This is the entire first floor. Then you have the second floor. So this is like all of the bathrooms, the bedrooms, and the office space. And then you have this little balcony area, like the stairway balcony, which is in essence like just this little thing. Because otherwise, if you place it down, you wouldn't have any of these paintings, you wouldn't have the lights or anything like that. It would just be blank. So I did upload that as a separate thing. But yeah, so with that, you will need to place all three of them. Make sure you have move objects on. And then the staircase that I used is actually this lit staircase from the Get Famous stuff pack. I just used the white and black swatch of it, nothing fancy. And then I also just use these railings from Get Together, the Lofty Railway by Upco, and I just used it in the black swatch. It's the same railing that matches these like fences that I used upstairs. So yeah, you will just have to replace the staircase, and then obviously I did delete walls like that one, for example, and you know, that one. I deleted them to upload it as one room. You'll just have to replace it when you download the build from the gallery. But yeah, here's a little like floor plan shot for you guys if you wanted to see the floor plan at all. But yeah, so let me just, what am I doing? Let me just zoom out a little bit. So yeah, here's the first floor and then the second floor as well, zooming out. So yeah, here's the second floor with the grid on and all of that stuff. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. I will also be uploading videos obviously with the for rent pack, and I'll probably be doing that a little bit earlier because I'm part of the creator network, so I do get early access. So yeah, if you have any like suggestions for me for that pack, or if you want to see my content with it, feel free to, you know, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. And then also a huge thank you to my channel members for obviously supporting the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to find out how you can become a channel member, click the little join button next to the subscribe button, and it will tell you more about the different tiers that I have set up, all of the different like perks that you can get from those tiers, like early access to my save file, behind the scenes sneak peeks, a special Discord space in our Discord, all of that different stuff. So yeah, go ahead, check that out if it sounds like something you would be interested in. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great week, and I'll probably see you guys next week for another video. I don't think I'll be uploading over the weekend, so I'll probably see you next week for another video. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye everyone.